Hi everybody, Alex Employer from Expert Forex, and welcome to today's video. I'm currently on holiday and we've rented a beautiful resort type home through B&B. The family's joined us and we're really having great fun, swimming pools, tennis courts, and all the things that you really would like to have on holiday. So I'm going to be on holiday for a few days, but I thought I'd make this quick video to give you an idea of the opportunities out there to copy the strategies used by Forex traders that produce above average results. And you constantly see these above average results being produced, and it does take some skill, it takes some knowledge, but today, in today's video, hopefully I will give you an idea of how you can copy these traders and produce these magnificent results. Now on your screen you can see the latest leaderboard of our Grid Trend Multiplier competition. It's only been going 1 week, so this leaderboard represents the results that traders have achieved over a 1 week period. And on this schedule you can actually see the results for the top 20 competitors for the last week, and you can see the 20th one has still produced 27%. I would love to produce 27% return a week for 52 weeks. So you need to pay attention to all of these traders, their strategies and techniques they've used. The leader at the moment has produced 223% return. Now that's a huge return in a 1 week period, and we're going to have a look at how this was done and what strategies these leading traders are using. But the big point here is you can either look at these results and say, "Wow, isn't that fantastic?" Or you can say, "Hey, I'm going to actually find out what this guy does. How does he produce these results?" Now, as the competition is ongoing, the leaders aren't going to come out and tell us what their strategies are. But we can come very close to finding out what their strategies are by looking at the trades that they have taken. So that's the approach I'm going to take today. I'm going to have a look at some of the trades that these traders have taken to produce these fantastic results. Okay, so as mentioned in a previous video, if you want to go and see the trades that the leader is taking, you just click on the leader's name, you click on the profile option. There it takes you to the profile option. You then click on statement, because that's going to give you the statement of what's going on. And here you see his results. At the moment, 216% return, a nice steady growth going on there. And if we want to have a look at what this guy has traded, firstly you can just look down here. You can see he's traded gold. Gold is AUD USD, and he's also traded a bit of Euro CAD, small bit but mainly gold. So let's go and have a look at the kind of strategies that he's followed, and I'm going to show you some of the charts so that you can align the charts to the strategies that I'm going to be showing you. So let's go and have a look. So we have orders. So the orders will tell us details about the orders that have been closed and the orders that have been open. So we go to the closed orders. So these orders are sorted in terms of open date. So the first open date order is presented, and then the last open orders. So that's the way it's been sorted. And then what I'd look at is what kind of gaps is he using in general. And you can see he started trading the Euro CAD and then stopped. So that gives you an indication that he started using, he was a bit uncomfortable about the currency that he chose. Then he moved over to gold and started trading using one lot per trade. And you can see he mostly went for 50 pips. Look, there's 50 pips all the way down. And we can go to the next page, for instance. And then it started jumping around a bit, but mainly 50 pips was the target that he was going for. So on the whole, he was using a one lot going for 50 pips, but he did vary it. There were some there that had 3 lots and some that had half a lot. Now, why would he vary it? When he's got lots of confidence, he would put a lot of lots on. When he's got less confidence, he would use smaller lots. And that's the way of controlling risk. Then let's go and have a look at the second place trader. He's at almost 170% return in 5 days. Not bad at all. Let's click on his details and see what approach he followed. Again, I click on statement, and along comes the statement, almost 170% return. And let's have a look at the... And so he traded the pound franc. He was confident in the pound franc. Nice equity curve that we've got going there. Really, I would love an equity curve like that all the time. And let's go and have a look at the orders again. And again, you can see he's buying. These are the open orders. He's buying the pound franc, and he's putting 5 lots per trade. So he's risking quite a lot there. But let's go and have a look at the closed trades, which will be a little bit more informative. And again, it's sorted from the date that he started. And you can see he started with only 1 lot. So 1 lot going down, and he was going for a really aggressive approach of only going for a gap of about 10 pips. And there you can see the 10 pip gap playing out. Remember, the previous trader used 50 pips. This trader is using a gap of 10 pips. So you can already start learning from the various different approaches. And here we go. Here it's going on 10 pips, 10 pips. But what happened is, as soon as he got confident, he started putting his foot on the petrol. So he added more lots, 3 lots up to there. And then he added 5 lots from then onwards. And I think that's the end of the list. Let's have a look. Yes. And look at, and virtually every trade that he makes is making $500. Now remember, when your balance is going up and up and up, to keep your lot sizing in proportion to your count, you can do these kind of increases. And this is what he's done. He said, oh, look, my balance has gone up so much. I've doubled my account, so I'm going to double my lot sizing. And then it goes up again. He said, all right, I'm going to double my lot sizing again. That kind of approach. He didn't quite double it, but that is the kind of approach. Now, what's interesting about this trader, he's only trading one direction. I see there's one small one that was by mistake, but that was all a buy. And let's go and have a look at that one. Yeah, all buy. So he's trading a single direction strategy using the pound franc. Now let's go and analyze the pound franc chart and look at this 10 pip target that he's taken. Now remember, he's taken about 78 trades. So let's go and have a look at the actual trades that have happened. And then I'll explain to you how the Grid Trend Multiplier works. It really does help you to automate grid trading. That's basically what it does. And let's go and look at that then. Okay, so I've opened a pound franc chart. It's the 1 hour chart and I've put on an approximate grid that I thought that he was using. And the reason for this is I want to explain the strategy that he's using. It's as simple as that. I'm not trying to do anything else. I don't know for sure what he's done, but I want to show you how the Grid Trend Multiplier multiplies the trend so that you get amazing results. And this is what happened is he started over here and he sensed, and I'm just thinking that he sensed that he wanted to buy the pound franc. So he started buying the pound franc, but it went the wrong way, and it went the wrong way. Now what happens is, the rules for the Grid Trend Multiplier is very simple. It cashes in the positive deals when it touches the grid level and leaves the negative deals open. So what would have happened here, he would have had an open deal there that's remained open, an open deal there, and an open deal there. But can you see this wick here went up again? So he would have cashed in a positive buy, cashed in another positive buy, gone down and opened another buy, gone down and opened another buy, gone up and cashed in another buy, and cashed in another buy, and cashed in, and gone down and opened another buy there, and then when it went and opened another buy there and cashed it in there, and cashed it in there, cashed it in there, cashed it in there, and so on. So every time the price touches one of these grid lines, and the buy transactions are positive, he would have cashed them in. If they're not positive, he would just leave them to run. So he would have had some negative ones that he had in held, but he would also have some really good positive ones that were cashed in positively. And as you can see, once the price starts going up, there will be no negative buys, because all of those buys will be cashed in, and they will all be cashed in right up to there. All the buys will be cashed in. Now you'll notice he had some open sells, so that is most probably why he had some open sells, because the price went down. But even while the price was going down, there it went up, and he cashed in a buy, went down, cashed in a buy again. So even in a downtrend, he's cashing in his buys. But what the intention that I wanted to show you is the strategy behind it. He went into a buy, and it multiplied his buy transactions tremendously. If we look at the number of pips that this trend went up by, it was only 140 pips, but he has cashed in well, and a lot more than that 140 pips that trend. So that's why we call it the Grid Trend Multiplier. That's how the Grid Trend Multiplier works. I'm not going to have time to show you the other one that traded gold, but this is the principle that I want to show you. Now let's have a look at how did he decide to trade the pound franc buy. Let's try and work out how that happened. Okay, so now I've got 4 charts on the screen here. It's the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, and the 1-hour chart for the pound franc. And let's just in general look at what's going on here. So if you look at the chart, clearly the pound franc is in a buy phase. Can you see that buy phase that it's in? So he's determined the pound franc is a buy phase. Then if we look at the daily here, and I'll just increase it in size, you can see that it is in a buy phase, but that it has made a retracement. Now, a while ago, I made a couple of videos talking about what to do when there is a retracement in a upward trend, and what you do is you look for the ledges. So there's a ledge. Can you see there's a ledge? You just draw a trend line over the tops of most of the candles, and you can see a ledge, and clearly that ledge is saying it's going on further and further. Furthermore, there's a very slight divergence here that told him that the trend might be going, and I'm speculating here, I'm not sure at all. But if you look at the RSI, which is a fantastic indicator, especially for joining the trend, you can see it gave a signal over there that said, hey mate, I'm buying now. And let's just move that signal a little bit more. Ugly color, but I'll change it. And that's where the signal was. I'm going to just change this vertical line, a really ugly color. Let's make it red and not so bright, and boom. Okay, so here's what possibly happened. He got an RSI signal after a divergence, trend line violation, and boom, this says to me that is a buy signal on the pound franc daily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the number of days that the competition's been running in, and maybe that's when he decided, I'm going to start buying the franc because the momentum indicator is telling me that, and it is ledging in an upward trend. Okay, so those are the kind of signals that these traders use. They use weekly signals which confirm the upward movement here. You can see it's just so strong. The upward trend is so strong. So they said, okay, there's this trend, and now let's join the trend. And they use RSI or ledging signals to get into that trend. And that's probably one of the reasons why he decided to trade that particular trade. And there's some further ledging signals that you can see here. There's a refined ledging signal. I think he went in a little bit earlier on that one. There was another ledging signal that took off but came back. They don't always work, but look at these ledges. They just unbelievable how these ledging signals in an upward trend work, and they get you into the trend so nicely. There's another ledge. So again, I'm speculating, but it shows you that you can use common sense technical analysis to make decisions that trading decisions that will multiply your gains by using something like the Grid Trend Multiplier to plug it in, trade that upward trend in on a grid trending basis, and make lots of money that way. Now, I hope I've given you some ideas of how you can use the Grid Trend Multiplier to trade trades that when you're pretty sure of the direction in many ways, whether using technical analysis or even fundamental analysis, if you know that the currency is likely to go up, you've confirmed it with long-term trends, you've confirmed it with your favorite indicators, and you've confirmed it with support and resistance things like ledging and trend line violations, you can make a lot of money, such as what this particular trader has done. So there are three things that you might need to do. Firstly, if you don't own the Grid Trend Multiplier, you are at a disadvantage. Purchase the Grid Trend Multiplier, get to know it, see the magnificent returns that are possible when using the Grid Trend Multiplier. That's number one. Number two is join the competition. Once you've got the Grid Trend Multiplier, join the competition. It's a demo competition. You can enter as many as you want to. Do the kind of things that I've just shown you. Analyze the weekly charts, analyze the daily charts, analyze the 4-hour charts. Get in and join the competition and make these fantastic gains that these guys are doing. And then thirdly, if somebody is beating you in the competition, analyze what they're doing. Do what I've done now. I've looked at what kind of trades he's taking. He's buying this particular currency. He's going all the way with it. I've analyzed what he does, how big his gaps are, and so on and so on. And that has given me ammunition to plan my own trading into the future. So step one, buy the EA. Step two, join the competition, and step three is analyze your competition. That's the way you're going to learn these most magnificent strategies that are out there and are available to you. All you have to do is look at what the guy's doing and analyzing it. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. From me, Alex Deploy. Cheerio.